Welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. I'm sharing a video with you today that is going to help out the ladies that came to my class last week, or the ones that didn't get to come. A couple of them weren't able to make it, and I thought a video would really help them as they put one of the cards together, so I figured I'd share it with everyone. We use the beautiful butterfly stamp set and dies, and they're just gorgeous. So I'm going to flip it around here. Hopefully it's going to go right to the correct camera and not my new phone. Aha, it worked this time. All right. So if you watched my tip for this week, you saw that I gave a couple tips on using the adhesive sheets and the Take a Pick brush. But now I don't even see and I just used it. Or getting the little pieces off the dies. So just thought I would show you here. When you put it together, you want to line up where the two wings meet. You want to make sure, got a couple spots here. All right, so I want to match it up here and then kind of check your distance so that your butterfly is pretty even. The ladies really liked this idea. I got the idea from a friend named Cindy who did this with hearts at Valentine's Day. Well, I didn't get the Valentine part done with hearts, so I decided I would try butterflies. And I was really happy with how this turned out. And I'll tell you right now, this is my third glue bottle today that I've tried to use. They just are not wanting to work for me. I don't know what the deal is. So we'll just grab a new one. Always fun to have one that's ready to go. All right. So I'll put his centerpiece on. During the class, we did this butterfly card. We also used the enamel effects, and I shared 12 different ways you can use the enamel effects. And the ladies came up with the idea of putting enamel effects on the center part of the butterfly here. Oh my gosh, that was gorgeous. So if you have the enamel effects, you should give that a try because it really adds a lot to the butterflies. It takes a while for it to dry, and I didn't think to do it before I started this video. So you'll just I'll see. Maybe I can get one of the gals to share one of those pictures online so you can see it. I thought I'd show you again. So I used the adhesive sheet. You do want to run it through the die cut machine an extra time to make sure you cut through the adhesive sheet so that it cuts as well, or then you're going to have some issues. But there we go. The little butterfly fits together. It's a little bit smaller on the outside base, so just kind of a warning for that. I like how the big butterfly fits better, but this one still works. All right. Got a little too much glue on that one. There we go. All right, so I have my butterflies ready. And you know I would use purple, right? So I'm using Fresh Freesia here. This is a regular card base that is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And this is the beautiful Bokeh Designer Series paper. Oh my gosh, I love this paper. It's got Calypso Coral, Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia, Daffodil Delight, and Balmy Blue in it. Beautiful, beautiful paper. The ladies had trouble deciding which sides they wanted to show on their card because both sides are so pretty. Now you are going to need your paper trimmer for this idea. So what you want to do is you're going to look at your butterflies and you want them to fit on the Designer Series paper. And they're going to cross over each other just a little bit. But they've got to fit within inside this here. So you can see here, I've got this line about right like that. I'm going to slide this off to the side. This doesn't have to be exact. That's the nice thing about this. All right, we're going to make sure the cutter is out of the way. And my scoring blade popped off. Oh my goodness. Well, when that happens, you can grab your bone folder. All right, so I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to press down. I would much rather use my scoring. And now I remember that after the class, I saw the scoring blade laying on the table, and it's probably in the box that I haven't brought up to my office yet. But see how nicely that scored it? And what that's doing is it's giving you a nice crease like that. Okay, now we're going to do the other butterfly. All right, so I want to go about right like here. Same thing, we're going to lay the tray down. You wouldn't have to do this, but I found it was kind of hard to fold through the paper and then the die cut, and you've also got the adhesive sheet there. So it makes it a little hard to fold if you don't use your scoring tool to give it a good crease. All right. You know what I just realized? I forgot the center on this butterfly, so I'll have to add that. I grabbed the wrong butterfly. Well, I can fix that later. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put adhesive on my butterfly. And I'm going to lay it in here. I'm not going to glue the top because you want it to be able to flap open and closed. But we're going to seal that down. You do want to use a glue that is really sticky because your butterfly is going to open and close. You don't want it, and you're not putting a whole bunch of it behind here. So, oh shoot, I didn't put it up. Well, we'll see how that works. Let's see. Now, the ladies didn't have to do this the other night. They did a lot better job at gluing these down. See if I can move him up just a little bit. And that's what you want to pay attention to when you're choosing your spot. You want to make sure, there we go, that'll work there. All right, and that's why I was gluing it from the front. I thought, well, why didn't I glue it from the back last time? And that's why, because you need to be able to see that front portion. All right, now we're going to put this one here. Now I'm going to show you on the two that I made for samples that I stamped something there. But I want this one so I can just use it for any occasion. So I'm not going to put a greeting on here. And you know, when you're doing it on camera, it's always so much harder to do things. All right, we're going to lay that down. And there's your fun flaps. So when we get it on here, these are going to open and close. Now I want to make sure they're creased really good. So we're going to run our bone folder over that so that they lay nice and flat. And you can kind of see this is so much easier to understand if you're watching it versus reading my instructions. So that's why I wanted to share this video. And I thought, why not let everybody get the benefit of this project? So I thought it was really fun. Like I said, Cindy did it with hearts, which was cool at Valentine's Day. And you could do that any time of year for an anniversary card. But I thought butterflies would be a good idea too, because you could use butterflies a lot. We're going to put that on. That's your front of your card. Yep, I know I need to put my center there, and I will do that. All right. Then I thought it was fun if you opened up the butterflies and there was a baby butterfly inside. So I'm going to get some glue here. We had a lot of fun with the enamel effects and with these butterflies. Friday night we met actually at my mom's place. There we go. All right, and then I've got one more butterfly. You know, I think I'm just going to do one on the front. There we go. Isn't that fun? And then for the inside, I thought I could put one little butterfly down here. We'll have another one flying up there to kind of pull it all together. And again, you can add your greetings, but I want to leave this so that I can use it for any occasion. Watch for details this week. I'll grab it here in a second and show you the project for May. Doing something a little unusual. Instead of doing one project for the technique and one for a fun fold, it's really pretty much a fun fold. But the ladies saw my design, loved it, and asked me to teach it. So we're going to do it. So there you go. That little butterfly inside there. Again, you could put a greeting up there or down here if you wanted, and you've got plenty of space in there. So there's my butterfly design. I hope you like it. Hope you'll repeat it. And if you think of some other projects or images that would be great with this, please mention it in the comments below. And if I can, I'll see if one of the gals would be able to post their idea for the centers with that enamel effects, because that was just striking. All right, so let me show you the May project. Again, it's butterflies. We're using that butterfly stamp this time. When you open it up, you'll have a notepad. And then all of this uses one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And when I designed this, I did a thank you card, a thinking of you, a birthday, and just a note. So you will make a full set. You'll get the learn how to make the outside folder. You'll get the notepad and the 4 cards as your project for the class. And then if you pay for the template, you'll get a printed template with all the written instructions with pictures and everything. So I hope you like the butterfly card, enjoyed the bonus project this week, and I'll see you later.